guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited for today's video because it is going to be third
5 minutes later.
Fourth update in the whole collection project pan. This is a huge collaborative effort now. It was a project that was started by BeckyLovesKanga, and then Emily and Sarah did it last year and got a bunch of us together to collectively and collaboratively work on this project. So there is a playlist and there is a hashtag whole collection project pan if you guys are interested in checking out all the other ladies that are doing this project. I know I love watching these videos. I always think it's so fun seeing people's progress as well as seeing the items that are randomly selected for people. If you guys are new to this project concept, essentially all of my makeup items are currently itemized in a spreadsheet, and I randomly generate 10 items to work on, set goals, focus on, etc. It is a rolling style project, so as soon as I hit goal or I finish up a project, I will roll in a new product at that time. And I finally have some exciting news to share with you guys. So if you're interested in seeing my update this month, then stay tuned. First, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I hope you will consider subscribing before you go. I do post a minimum of 4 days a week, sometimes 5. So if that's something that interests you, then hit the red subscribe button before moving on if you have not already, and let's jump into the video. So if I missed any of the information, I will have everything linked in the description box down below. Please forgive the forever ongoing construction outside my house. Literally like 3 blocks of torn up streets, and I feel like they're making like no progress, and it's really loud and really annoying and it's making me upset, but we must film on. So like I said, I have some really exciting progress, but we're going to start with the least exciting progress. So up first we have this guy. This is the Kat Von D tattoo liner, and you guys, this is pretty much dried out. It's not going to look like it right now. It does still swatch, but it'll swatch for like a little bit, and then all of a sudden like you get nothing out of this. I used this an additional 4 times before that. Where's my little sheet? I did use this an additional 4 times, so I am at a total of 8 times. My goal is to use this 20 times, but I just cannot trust this product anymore because, again, it pretty much dries out like halfway through a wing. Oh, by the way, I am practicing my wings, and I know that my wings aren't even today, and I also have false lashes on, which I never wear false lashes, and this guy's giving me a run for my money, so I apologize for that. But I am going to roll this out just because I cannot trust that this will get me through an eye look. So I hope you guys don't feel like I'm cheating there, but we're rolling this guy out. This guy has been a constant struggle. So this is the I Love Sarah E collaboration with ColourPop. It's the Ultra Matte Lip in the shade Ariba, a really beautiful true red, like a blue toned red, and I just love the shade on this, but I just don't reach for it that often. Hoping maybe in the summer I'll reach for this a little bit more. Sometimes I do like to play with bold lips a little bit more in the summer, but I've also on filming days been really wanting to experiment with more colorful looks rather than just doing my like everyday like brown eyes. So I don't always want to pair that with a red lip, and then I'm never wearing liquid lipstick to work, let alone like a bright red liquid lipstick. So I am finding it hard to get use out of this. My goal is to use this 10 times. This is a product that has been in since the beginning. I used an additional 1 time this past month, putting me at a total of 3 uses. So it's really slow going. I always give myself the goal to use it 2 times. I would love to use this 2 times this next month so that I can reach a total of 5 times. And then I believe we do a refresh in June. I don't know if it's at the beginning of June or the end of June, but there is a refresh midway through the year, and this is the product that I feel like I'm going to just refresh and get out because I just can't do it. This next one is my Maybelline Baddest Beige lipstick, and my goal is to use this up. This is how much product I have left. I will say I sort of neglected this lipstick the last month. I used it a few times. I have it topped over a lipstick today just to kind of tone down the coralness of the lipstick. I love this lipstick. When I finish this, I will repurchase this. Normally, I don't love panning products that I want to repurchase. I'm trying to like pan products to get them out of my collection, but this was randomly randomly selected for me to work on. So I am working to finish this, and then again I will repurchase this. I just think this is such a beautiful formula. It's creamy, but it doesn't transfer all over, and it's just very, very comfortable. I love this lipstick, one of my favorites. And this is going to take me a while to finish up, but I have confidence I can finish this, and I would love to finish a full-size lipstick. I don't know if I've ever done that before, so even at the refresh, I won't refresh this. I am determined to finish this at some point. I will post a picture of my months of progress on the side here, but I know my progress was pretty minimal this last month. I'm hoping to get back on track this next month so that we can have a better update next time, but I am confident I can finish this by the end of the year. And then my Fenty Beauty Hot Chocolate Lip Gloss. I've kind of neglected this. I have used this a few times. I still feel like I'm a little bit ways away from pulling the stopper out. I will eventually pull the stopper out on this one. These minis are tough with the Fenty Fenty lip gloss formula. I feel like it's really tough to get a lot of product out, but when you take a stopper out, then it gets a little gloopy, but it's still worth it to finish off the product. I did already finish off a mini in Fussy this year. Hot Chocolate is a little bit deeper toned, so I just haven't been reaching for something this deep, even though it does sheer out quite a bit. It's just not a shade I have been reaching for much, but I do love the Fenty Gloss Bomb formula, so I know I can finish this. I just need to put my mind to it. Next up is the foundation that is the bane of my existence. It's the Wander Beauty Nude Illusion Liquid Foundation. I give myself a goal every single month to use this 8 times. I used it another 8 times, and I feel like my progress is just kind of minimal. So we started right up here. We started with an almost full foundation, then we moved down here, then we moved down here, and then we moved down here, and then I just feel like it was like minimal progress this past month, even though I used it 8 times like I have been using the last few months. I don't know if it's because we're getting down towards this part where maybe like it's more concentrated in the amount of product that's here. That certainly could be. I definitely feel like I probably have another good 2 to 3 months of use on this. I'm not rolling this out when we're at the refresh if I'm not done with it. I'm just so determined to finish this. I have found, so I've said in the past, this is a product that I feel like I'm getting to a place where I'm hate panning it. I mixed this today with my Dior Forever Glow foundation, and I have found I like the way that it looks better that way, especially if I go on with like cream products and then set with a powder and then really glow up the face. I feel like I like it better that way. I've found ways that I can make it work. I've also found products that I just don't think pair that well with this, so I avoid those. I'm learning a lot about this product, but this is such a high maintenance foundation for me to get this to work in a way that I think it looks nice on my skin, that I just don't enjoy using this, but I cannot wait to finish this up, count it towards an empty, and just feel accomplished, and then no more hate panning. I think I'm going to declutter my Fenty Beauty foundation because I was thinking about trying to finish that too, but I feel like it's going to be the same situation where I just don't enjoy reaching for it, and then I'm neglecting other foundations that I do like. So I'm excited to finish this off. My goal is going to be to use this 10 times the next month. I feel like I can make this work at work if I mix it with this Dior Forever. I'm going to make it work. I'm going to use it 10 times. We'll see what the progress is. If I could finish this by the end of June, so 2 more months of use, I would be so happy. Like, I might shed a tear the day that I filmed that video, and I always like to refer to myself as like a black souled bee, so it's rare that I shed tears, but I might have to shed a tear and then have a burial service for this foundation when we're done. The next 2 products, I am actually pretty proud of my progress that I have made on both of these. So this next one I believe was rolled in last rotation. This is from Hourglass, and it is the Euphoric Fusion Blush. I do love the Hourglass blush formula, and I think Euphoric Fusion is a really beautiful shade. It's this beautiful mauve tone shade. I don't know how well you'll be able to see that swatched, but the Hourglass blush formula gives this beautiful sheen to the cheeks without being glittery, but it just makes your cheeks look so glowy and healthy and natural. One of my favorite blush formulas of all time. I do have this on my face today, honestly over just my nose. I've been mixing like 3 blushes at a time to try and get used out of my blushes, and I've been having fun mixing blushes and just mixing products to see like what I can come up with. But I have used this a total of 7 times out of 20, so that means I have to reach for it another 13 times to be able to roll it out. I could potentially see myself using this a total of 13 times in the next month and being able to roll this out, just because it is a really easy formula for me to reach for and use. This is a formula that also layers really well, so I'll be interested to see. If not next month, for sure the month after I'll be able to roll this out. But I just love this one from Hourglass, and I was really excited to roll this in, even though I feel like I'm panning so much blush right now. Oh, and then as of last update, I also rolled in a shade out of the Lancome Holiday Highlighting Palette, and I was really lucky that the shade that was selected for me was this middle one, which is in the shade Frosted Rose, which is my favorite of the 3 because it is a beautiful pink toned highlight. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it. It is right here. And I just love me a good pink tone highlight. I do have this on my cheeks today mixed with Sparkling Peach just a little bit. And I think it's a really beautiful formula. I do think it could come off a little bit. Like a little bit. Nah, there's like very micro glitter in it, but it doesn't come off glittery on the face. I just think it gives a very beautiful kind of middle of the range highlight. I have a couple highlights on right now, so if I'm looking a little intense, that's why. But if you are looking for like a little more than subtle, but not like glazed donuts beaming to the spaceships, I think that this is a really nice formula, and I'm really happy to have this. I'm excited to play around a little bit more with Sparkling Peach as we grow into the summer months. I also still love to use pink highlighters in the summer because I think it gives a beautiful just like touch of a sunburn sort of effect. But I've been really happy with this. Again, my goal was to use this 25 times, and I've used this 11 times, so that means I need to use it an additional 14 times to be able to roll this out. I could see that happening this next month, but if not this update, then for sure again the update after that I should have completed my goal on this. And then the next 3 products I have hit my goal on. You guys, has anyone been like quarantine watching TikTok? TikTok is like crack. I will literally sit on the couch. My husband will be like playing a game. We'll be like, okay, we're gonna start our show in like 5 minutes. Hours go by and I'm still watching TikTok and being like very inspired to like bust a move, even though in college I would specifically avoid the dance floor because I think dancing is so awkward and I'm the worst dancer ever. So I would bring like beef jerky and peanuts in my purse, and I would hang out at the bar and like offer boys beef jerky while my friends danced. That is how much I wanted to avoid dancing. I would bring beef jerky in my purse, and I would like I also had the ESPN app downloaded on my phone, so I could like update myself on like recent sporting events, so I would have things to talk about to the boys at the bar who also didn't want to dance. And it really grew my love for sports, so thank goodness, because my husband's a diehard sports fanatic, and now we like really share that sport connection. Alright, you guys, my Smashbox highlighting palette in LA Lights. I was terrified when I rolled this blush in because I got the brightest shade in the entire palette, this one right here. It swatches literally like a neon coral pink, and I was like, how in the heckin' Bob am I gonna make that work for me? But what I love to do is just very lightly tap a very fluffy blush brush in this, and then I will tap into this beautiful, I love this shade on the end. It's like this highlighter topper. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it swatch there, but I mixed these 2 together to get this very subtle peachy glow that's like the worst swatch I've ever seen in my life. And then I would top it with an Hourglass product, which we're about to talk about, and I loved the look that it gave to the skin. This is a palette that I've considered decluttering so many times, but after using it 30 times, I'm like, no, like I want this in my collection. I'm ready to put it away for a while. that is for sure. But I did use this 30 times, which was my goal. I'm so excited to finish this and roll this out. I'm not gonna lie, I've been feeling a little bit overwhelmed by some of my project pan items and just like feeling like I've only dedicated my time to project pan items and had no fun with other makeup, which just isn't the point. So even though we're going to be rolling in a new item, at least it'll be something new and fun to play with. But I'm really excited to be done with this. And then speaking of that Hourglass product, so I rolled in the most boring shade I could have from this Hourglass Ghost Quad. This is in the shade Brilliant Nude, and it's literally just like, you could use this as a highlight. It's just like a nude topper, and anytime my blush was a little bit too intense, I would pop this over my cheeks. Or even if my blush wasn't too intense, I would pop this on my cheeks and it would just give my cheeks this beautiful subtle glow. Sometimes I wouldn't even use highlight then, just because I felt like my face had this healthy glow and I didn't need a highlight. And I loved the effect that that gave. I don't know if in pictures you'll be able to tell that the dome is definitely less significant than the other 3 shades. I did use this a total of 50 times, which is a ton, but still I feel like I have so much product left in this. I'm definitely ready to put this away for a little bit. However, I could feel like, or I could see myself just keeping this in my bin, just because this is such a nice product to have if I feel like my cheeks are too heavily blushed. I just go in with this and it just evens everything out. So I feel like I'll probably pop this back in that drawer just to have for safekeeping, and I could see myself still using this a ton. But I was really excited to finally hit my goal on this. And then the 10th and final product is this one from Milk Makeup. And you guys, I freaking crushed this one, and part of it could be because I've been home quite a bit, so I've been using more like lightweight makeup and just tossing on like a little bit of cream bronzer. But this is from Milk Makeup. This is the Baked Bronzing Stick, and my goal was to use this 30 times. Up until this point, I had used it 11 times, and now I have used it a total of 19 more times, reaching my goal of 30. Holla. So I hope that I still have the original picture I took of this where it was like rolled all the way up or rolled all the way down, and then I will take another picture of this rolled all the way down. As you can tell, like, at least it's below the rim. This comes with 1 gram of product, 1 ounce of product, 28 grams, which is so much. I freaking love this cream bronzer. Milk makes some of the best cream products for beginners. They're just so easy to use, so easy to blend out. And even if I'm planning to go in with a powder bronzer, sometimes I will pop this on, dab it out, and then I will set it with like a powder bronzer, and I love the way that that looks too. But I had so much fun playing around with this, and this is a product that I probably would not have reached for very often if it had not been in this project. This is something I'm going to still keep in my everyday makeup drawer because I do like to have a cream bronzer on hand for days that I'm going for like a less intense makeup look. And I think this is my only cream bronzer left, and I have a ton of product left. I feel like I don't really need any more cream bronzers, although I would love to try the contour wand, which I know is different, but the contour wand from Charlotte Tilbury, I am interested in that. But really excited that I got some great use out of this because I feel like I was able to familiarize myself with the product a little bit better, figure out how to make it best work for me, and I really fell in love with this one from Milk. So that is all of my updates on my 10 products. So I do have those 3 new products to roll in, which is really exciting. And then my Kat Von D dried up eyeliner, I'm also going to roll in a new one for, so we get to roll in 4 new products. I'm excited for this and nervous. Okay, so I do have a few things about my project that is a little bit different than the way some other people are running theirs. Mine is solely makeup products. I haven't included like skincare, body care, hair care, and then I also have not included my eyeshadows just because I am doing the Pan Those Shadows project and I just feel too overwhelmed if I have like a million eyeshadows going. Also, I only want to be working on 3 lip products at a time, so no more than 3 lip products, which I already have 3 lip products that I'm working on. So if we roll in any more lip products, we are going to re-roll. So I'm going to pull up my whole collection, and we have we have 572 products to choose from. My goal by the end of today or tomorrow is to go in and update all of my spreadsheets because I do feel like I am missing a few things from my list. But we're just going to roll with what we have here for right now. And we're going to go with that 572 number. So we are going to randomize 4 numbers between 1 and 572. And we get number 33. 45, 542, I'm reading backwards, so if I get this wrong, I'm sorry, and then 170. So I am going to quickly look at my spreadsheet and see what those numbers correspond to. Also, I have like a million blushes I'm still working on, so if I get another blush, I'm probably going to skip that just because I don't want to be working on 5 blushes at a time. So number 45 is the L'Oreal 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. 33 is the Balm Desert Bronzer, which I actually do have pulled in my Shop My Stash and on my cheeks today. That is a bronzer I can truly only get away with in the summertime. So that's interesting. I suppose I could try and hit pan on that. We'll decide on a goal in a second here. Number 170 is going to be my Ace Beauté Cotton Candy. Oh, I bet this is single shadow, which I'm fine with single shadows in this. And then 542 I think is a lip product. Maybe not. We'll see. 542 or a newer product to my collection. The Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer, which I also have pulled in my Shop My Stash and was hoping to see how quickly I could get through that primer. So I'm going to quickly go grab those products and I will be right back to share them with you and share my goals. Okay, so up first we have the L'Oreal Infallible Up to 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. Mine is not fully full, like I've used this, but I'll be interested to see how much product I have when this settles. For sure the most I would have used out of this is like a 1/4, meaning I have 3/4 of this left to use, but my goal with this will be to finish this up. This isn't a foundation I would want to repurchase, even though I feel like I always get a lot of compliments on my skin when I wear this. It's just not my favorite foundation. I feel like we could be getting into another Wander Beauty foundation situation, but hopefully not. I feel like I can manipulate this a little bit better than I can the Wander Beauty one to make work for me. I do have mine in the shade 410, I believe. This does expire at the end of this year, so it is good if I get some use out of this and finish this. So my goal will be to finish this off. I have a lot of foundations I'm working on, but I'm glad that this was like a good mix of products. So this will be item number 1. Item number 2 is this primer from Laura Mercier. I just have the mini. This was the Pure Canvas Primer. This is the blurring silicone free primer. I actually do have a ranking my entire primer collection video coming up on Thursday of this week, so stay tuned for that. I said that this was an okay primer, not one that I would repurchase. I feel like this would be better for someone who needs more mattified skin, but this does do a nice job of blurring. It's just it doesn't offer the hydration I sometimes look for from a primer. I also feel like I have so many primers that I'm currently trying to get through that I sometimes don't feel like I get to use the primers that I love, but I would love to just finish this mini guy off. This comes with 0.8 fluid ounces, and I would love to work another primer out of my collection, so I'm not mad that this got pulled. I would say we're just about full with this. I've used this maybe like 5 or 6 times, but other than that, we're pretty much full. Then I also selected the Balm Desert Bronzer Blush from the Balm. This is what mine looks like. It is pretty deep, and again, I really can only get away with this when I have a self tan. I do have this on today, but I do have to be a little bit sparing with this just because this can be so deep on my skin. It makes me really nervous to give myself a goal of hitting pan on this. However, I feel like it's the right thing to do. We could be in it for the long haul with this one, but my goal is going to be to hit pan on this. I would love to hit pan on this. My goal this year is to, well, I have a couple goals this year. I would love to have over 100 or have at least 100 makeup empties. Last year I had 95. But I would also like to see quite a bit of pan throughout my collection, because seeing pan throughout my collection also makes me feel successful even if I have less empties. So my goal will be to hit pan on this. What better time to do it as we reach the spring summer months? I know I won't be able to do that in the winter months, so I'm going to try and hit pan on this, and then that will be my goal for this. Whew. And then finally I have this shadow from Ace Beauté. These are really intense. These remind me a lot of the ColourPop Super Shock shadows, and this is actually in a really beautiful color for the spring and summer months. I hope you can see it swatched there. It's this really beautiful pink shadow. It has like a pink base with a gold reflect. I feel like I could get a lot of use out of this spring summer. I don't know what the depth of these pans are, if they'll be as easy to hit pan as a ColourPop Super Shock shadow would be, but my goal will be to hit pan on this as well. If it's taking forever, maybe we will readjust our goal in a couple of months, but as of right now, my goal will be to hit pan on this in the Ace Beauté shadow in Cotton Candy. And after that, that is going to conclude this update for my whole collection project pan. I know I personally am really excited to go watch everyone else's updates, see how they're doing throughout this project. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what products you've recently hit pan on. I would love to hear from you guys. Other than that, thank you so much for sticking around to watch today's video and for supporting my channel. And I will catch you in my next one. Bye!